Okay.
We ready?
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh, it's recording. Okay. Welcome to our first edition of Guitar Shop Trivia. I'm your host, Sarah Edwards. Nobody is allowed to use any phones or look up anything on Google during this
How about
session.
profanity?
No.
That's allowed.
That's allowed.
Okay, all right.
And then you have to raise your hand when you know what the answer is, and then I'll call on you. Try
Right.
not to. Okay, let's start.
No, wait a second. Let me introduce these guys. 'Cause
Everybody knows that.
they don't know who these guys are. By the way, this is John Tucci, our guitar repairman. That's Brandon Soriano. This is Nick Dias over here.
Hello.
And then we have from Animals at Night, we've got Todd and Michael Lemo.
It's edibles at
The
night.
inedibles at night.
Who?
Edibles at night.
Those guys suck.
What?
Whoa.
Come on. I thought we were animals at night.
Game
Animals
on right
at
now,
Night.
Okay,
huh?
let's
Animals
go.
at Night.
Now it's on.
All right, so listen, you guys got to raise your hand. We don't recognize anybody until you raise your hand with the answer. I'm going to drop out, try to control this nonsense here. Sarah, my
You're
daughter
probably
Sarah,
the only
is
one that
going
knows all the
to
answers.
Yeah, practice.
probably, but we're going to see what you guys know.
Okay, yeah.
And it's me.
She needs to check them out.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, Canadian Neil Young, while playing in the mid-60s LA folk rock group Buffalo Springfield, first developed a long-standing affection for this top-of-the-line model from Gretsch. What?
White Falcon.
Yep. Nick in the lead. I'm not writing this
Did
down.
you raise your hand?
You did.
All right, I'm just checking.
I raised my hand and was recognized by
Don't
the
raise your hand with
chairperson.
that coffee anywhere.
Next
near me.
question. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was different about the body material used for the guitar designed by Dan Armstrong for the Ampeg company during the late
I got to recognize.
1960s? Who went? No. Who raised their hand?
We all did.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
All right, so since you guys raised your hand at the same time, Brandon, what's the answer?
I'm gonna lifeline to John.
Lifeline.
I'm gonna use my lifeline.
Oh my God.
What's a Dan
Oxygen?
Armstrong? I think I had it. It was lucite.
Clear
Oh.
plastic.
Lucite.
Blue side plastic,
Okay.
but they also did a wood model.
All right, this
with
is
a
not-
sliding
yeah.
pickup.
That's
I'm
why
just
I was
trying to correct
confused.
you.
I knew there was a
Okay.
wood model.
Okay,
you know.
There is little evidence of any instrument known as guitar existing before the 15th century. Before being referred to as strings, what term was used to describe the strings on these early instruments?
Courses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Right.
Yeah. I
That's
took
it.
music history.
Next question.
I had a few courses for lunch.
Yeah.
By what name is Paul Reed Smith's top-of-the-line instrument known? Todd.
24? No,
You're
No,
disqualified. Next.
Master
Nick.
built.
No.
Oh,
Master
Brand-
built.
McCarty?
No.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, why you look so surprised?
Well, you didn't say anything.
I'm not supposed to, but these knuckleheads.
That's a
gotta-
good answer. Yeah. Jen,
Next
you have
question.
to arbitrate because Sarah's reading.
Okay, I got
What
it.
is the name of the small piece at the top of the fingerboard which supports the strings?
Brandon.
The nut?
Yeah.
You should know that.
Yeah.
One thing I know.
He's always playing with his nuts.
Nuts.
All right.
Okay, Hughes and Kettner has been creating amps for a long time. Which of the following amps made history for having fully programmable digital effects on an all-tube amp? Was it a duotone? Was it a triamp, a Xantera, or a switchblade?
Nick.
Nick.
Switchblade?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did know that, yeah.
Next question.
Guys are
Which-
smarter than they look.
Which of the following is not a bass issued by Gibson? Thunderbird, Ripper, Victory, or Mustang?
Mustang.
Oh!
Somebody
did
got to
have my hand
control
up.
these
I
guys.
have my hand up.
That's negative.
Somebody's got to recognize.
I have my hand
that.
up.
He had his hand up. All right.
Okay, which of these is regarded as the first commercially successful electric guitar? Is it the Fender Esquire, Les Paul's Log, the Gibson ES 150, or the Rickenbacker Frying Pan?
Say the first part
Gotta be
again.
the telly twister.
Rickenbacker. Frying.
Frying pan.
I'm
Not
gonna raise my
frying
hand.
pan.
successful?
I gotta go with the first with the Fender.
No, it's
Yes.
gonna be
No, Rickenbacker
It's a Rickenbacker.
predated that, but it was really, that's a Hawaiian guitar.
Yeah, it's a Hawaiian
It's really
guitar.
not a standard.
You have to fight with the trivia gods.
The answer
Okay.
was Rickenbacker?
Yeah.
I didn't get a question.
Well, you guys, they can't hear, they're having trouble thinking. And,
This guitar, built by Fender, is considered the most played guitar in rock history and first came on the scene in 1954.
Strat.
Yeah.
You got it.
Jen, you better organize, point at who raises their hand first, because they were all raising their hand about the same
Sarah's
time.
rating.
Well, these
See,
are
the camera.
got it.
Okay, what was unusual about the first Gibson SG guitars made?
Todd.
It said Les Paul on it.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
But what was unusual about it? They were double cutaway.
Okay. I don't even know what the hell this says.
I know.
Who is the author of Donza Pomposa?
Come on, Brandon.
Is it Piazzolla? No.
Alexandre Tansman.
Oh.
You get those two mixed up often.
Yeah, it's hard.
He was in Motley Crue first.
Okay, next question. Who owns the Beast Stratocaster?
Nick.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say Les Paul. It was Bernie Marsden.
The Beast?
I'll take a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
No.
Shot, you know?
No,
Beast
I heard about this
Stratocaster.
guitar.
You guys could walk.
I'm gonna give you a clue. He's the king of surf guitar.
Oh, Dick Dale.
Yes,
What was it
No.
called? The Beast?
The Beast.
the Beast.
Well,
Okay,
who owns it now?
I don't know.
Maybe us soon.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. No, I don't know.
This is Dale Jr.
I don't.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Okay, classical guitars often have a spruce top. From what other wood is the top most often made?
Brandon.
Cedar. Cedar.
You're right.
Yeah.
Seder.
Cedar.
Raise your hand faster, guys.
Okay, and in an electric guitar, these are the microphones.
Brandon.
Pickups.
She's just looking at Brandon.
Maybe.
Yeah. There's
Nobody
other
looking
people
this
over
way.
here.
He's younger, so he can
He
raise his
said it,
hand
he
fast.
I
did
just
it
go
really
fast.
quick.
It's the same time.
Okay, next question. While British guitar wizard Eric Clapton has used all sorts of electric and acoustic guitars in his career, he actually played the guitar he had gifted to George Harrison to record his magnificent solo on the Beatles song While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Todd.
What make and model of guitar?
A red Les Paul? No?
Gibson Les Paul.
And what was the nickname of that guitar?
Lucy.
Lucy?
Lucy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Limo! Animals
Limo.
at night. Give one to animals at
What
night.
year was Lucy?
Animals.
It was a.
It was a refinished one, right?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
58,
57
right?
or 58.
57 or 58.
What name is given to the adjustable metal bar that runs the length of the guitar's
Nick can
neck
take this
that
one.
imparts strength and counteracts the effect of the string tension?
Nick.
Trust rod.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the trust rod.
Trust rod.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Some guitars may have a fret right at the top of the fingerboard. What do we call this fret?
Nick.
0 fret.
Yes. The guitarist for the band
We'll
Rush.
check the replay on that one.
All right, I'll start
I'm
that.
just kidding. Okay.
The
Once we get a
guitarist.
buzzard, you guys will be done for.
True.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
that's
buzzers.
true. Yeah, we're gonna
So
get buzzers.
If you guys like this segment, I don't know.
The guitarist for the band Rush has a signature amp made by Hughes and Kettner. What model is that amp?
Joel. Oh, he's not here.
The Whitehead.
Alec Lifeson.
The Lifeson.
I've never even heard of
Triumph?
it.
What is it?
Triumph? Did
Is
you
it the
say
Triumph?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. I'd guess.
Really?
The first
I only knew
commercially successful normal electric guitar was Gibson's ES-150. What does ES-150 stand for?
We already have
Like the
Yeah, we
150
already-
part 2, yeah.
And the price in dollars.
Electric Spanish?
Yep.
Yeah, Jen.
Jen.
Yeah.
Okay,
You didn't
the
raise your
Fender
hand, though.
Telecaster guitar is considered to be a favorite amongst country pickers, but also left its mark in rock. It originally was called the...
Nose picker.
The broadcaster.
Nick.
Yes.
Nose
Okay. Which company makes the highly collectible white Falcon semi-acoustic guitar?
Nick.
Gretsch.
Yes.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I thought we were.
I'm gonna sit.
You guys are gonna all hate me.
Look at
No,
the
she's
camera
just
and
looking
then
at
look
me
over
now.
here.
She has very narrow
Just
focus.
gotta call her out.
Oh,
I
this
don't
this should
think
be
Look at
interesting.
Todd.
This next question: who owns the Muddy Wood?
Steven Seagal.
I'm gonna give you a hint. He's coming in to do the podcast.
Oh,
Nick.
Billy Gibbons.
Yes.
And what does the Muddy Wood stand for?
It's
Oh my God.
Muddy Waters
is it a scratch?
lump of wood.
That's his birthplace.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Dollywood, but muddier.
Actually, I could tell you the story on that briefly.
No, no, no.
Yes. Yes, tell the
They
story.
found some wood from Muddy's cabin, and they brought it into a store, and Billy actually ended up either buying or receiving the wood, and he had somebody build him a guitar with that wood.
Huh.
Interesting.
Norm should write
I
this
had heard
video.
that.
You believe it?
I'm
Which
just trying to
19
control this nonsense. I don't know.
recording like that?
No.
Which 19th and 20th century composer, a pioneer in guitar technique, wrote the popular tremolo steady Recuerdos del Alhambra?
Nick.
Paganini.
No, that would have been fast.
We should know like the 19th century.
That was,
stuff. We're the oldest guys
Sorry, can you
here.
repeat? It was Recuerdos.
Recuerdos de la Alhambra.
Oh, all my friends are gonna get mad at me for not knowing this one.
Segovia.
It's the
You have
no,
friends?
he didn't compose.
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal. It was
Guessing we're gonna get it right one of these days.
Who was it?
Flippy.
Francisco Tarrega.
Oh, it was Tarrega.
Okay, this man was a pioneer and designer of the electric guitar. Was it Ace Frehley,
Eddie Van Halen.
Malmsteen, Ty Tabor, or Les Paul?
Oh.
Norman
Ingve, right?
Harris.
Okay, Keith Richards used a large-bodied, moderately priced brand of American guitar in the earliest days of the Rolling Stones before eventually adopting his
Tucci's got it.
Yeah,
Bigsby-equipped
Tucci.
Sunburst Les Paul.
Have fun.
Oh, I got it. Harmony.
Yes!
Yeah. Harmony Rocket.
Okay. During the 1970s, 3 U.S. manufacturers, Valeno, Kramer, and Travis Bean, pioneered the use of which material in their products?
Nick went
Nick.
first.
Aluminum.
Yeah.
Otherwise known
As
as
aluminium, as we call it in the civilized world.
Okay, the signature jazz
You call
guitars.
yourself Dias, and it's Diaz, isn't it?
Apparently, our generations could be wrong. I don't care. I answer to anything.
I know that.
The signature jazz guitars, the Tal Farlow, the Barney Kessel, and the Johnny Smith, were the products of which guitar company?
Oh,
Gibson.
Gibson.
we have some right over there. Yes.
We have
Yeah,
a
okay.
wide selection over here.
I
Yeah.
think we have all of them.
Yeah, actually.
Got one of each.
Leo Fender was the first producer to bring the modern electric guitar into mass production, but what was his occupation prior to becoming one of the world's most famous guitar builders?
TV repair.
Yes, radio repairman.
Radio repair, yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Maybe TV wasn't invented yet.
It wasn't quite there yet. The cathode ray
But
tube.
he was ready. He was going to repair them.
Okay, it's like 3 more questions.
Okay.
Please, I've had
My
enough.
guitar has an arm which works a mechanism to raise and lower the strings. What is the formal name for this mechanism?
Nick was before me.
Tremolo horn.
That was very kind of you, Brandon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh wait,
Yes, it
but
was. Thank you, Brandon.
you actually, it's
Good
called
answer.
a vibrato unit.
Same
Is
thing.
it? Oh, see, I got it wrong.
Huh.
There you go.
It's vibrato unit.
All right, give it to Brandon.
Well done, well done, young man.
Thank you.
Well done, Grasshopper.
Okay, next.
Jen's completely checked out.
Yeah.
I'm looking
She's
at
on
questions.
Instagram.
Okay,
I'm looking
many
for questions.
bassists like going fretless for the distinct sound produced. Since the strings vibrate when pressed directly onto the wood of the neck rather than the metal of the frets. Who created the first fretless bass?
This
Was it your
is
buddy?
debatable.
It was me.
Yeah, was it?
1920s. I think it was Rickenbacker. I think.
The answer is Bill Wyman.
Yeah.
Really?
Of
Created
the
the
Rolling
first
Stones,
fretless bass.
he removed the frets from another bass to produce a
It was a
fretless
Hofner,
bass
though,
in
right? I think it was a
1961.
Hofner.
Yeah,
What
but
kind
no,
of
there
bass
was
it
something going on like in the 30s.
The
The amazing
Like
Giallo
everybody-
I think we're
Pistorius
just talking
did create one of his own
electric.
sometime after all the above occurred.
Yeah,
So they're
looked it up
specifying
and made
like
it
electric
famous.
fretless
But I think
bass.
it was he played a Hofner fretless bass. We looked this up or something.
He played Framus too.
Yeah. Oh, maybe
Did
it was
he?
famous. Yeah.
Okay, many manufacturers
Or
jumped on the
Framus.
bandwagon, fitting pickups to their acoustic guitar models. All of these instruments had one serious drawback. What was it? Was it poor tuning stability, no volume controls, no cutaway to allow access to the upper register, or resonant feedback?
Feedback.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil feedback.
Is that the third question?
One more, last
One
one.
more grand.
Finale
Last question, all right.
This
Hands
is
up,
like
everybody.
double jeopardy kind
Wait,
of
Last
thing.
one, I'm getting
Yeah, this
ready.
is all or nothing, yeah.
Okay, how can the original Squier guitars, made by Fender, be distinguished from the later models? Norman?
Where they were.
Made in Japan.
Made in Japan.
The early ones?
No.
The
No.
serial numbers begin with JB.
And what does the J stand for?
Joe
Japan.
Bonamassa.
Vanamasa.
Joe Bonamassa?
JB.
Okay.
Bonamassa.
Joe Vaughn.
Jimmy Vivino. There it is.
I know Joe Vaughn.
Okay, you want one more?
Yeah.
That's it.
Who owns the Stratocaster number 0001?
This is
Todd.
an outdated question. Didn't David Gilmour sell it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's
It's sold.
Now we don't know.
right?
Ah, so he owns it now.
All right.
I actually
All
bought
right.
it.
Well,
Last one. This device makes the sound of the guitar fuzzier. Brandon.
Is it a
Brandon.
fuzz pedal?
A distortion
Bad
pedal.
distortion.
Yeah.
I would say a fuzz pedal.
Same.
I said Brandon.
All right. Last question.
This has got to be the
Last
last.
question again.
How many letters are in Norman's rare guitars?
35.
Last question. Joel,
Is it-
can you
is
play
it-
Happy Birthday?
18.
yeah,
it 18?
$20 if he can do it without making a mistake.
Nobody got it right.
17.
Got a question.
17?
How'd you get out of this chicken shit outfit?
All right.
All
Well,
right, tell us
anyhow,
who won and below.
there it is. If you
Tell us
like
who
it,
won.
we'll do it again. If you don't,
Nobody cares.
we'll never do it again.
Yell
Love
at us
this
in the
ending.
comments.
This is the best ending ever. They're gonna love it.
Nobody cares.